On radio, online, and on your mobile. This is Radio Thailand FM 88.
Relations Department of the Royal Thai Government. This is Radio Thailand News.
สวัสดีค่ะ
สวัสดีครับ
Today is Tuesday, December 3rd, 2024, and this is Radio Thailand's Evening News. I'm Chawarat Yongjidanonjen.
And I'm Krasang with Sachit.
Tracking the national headlines this evening. Thailand hosts the Asia-Pacific Parliamentary Conference on Global Health Security in Bangkok, welcoming representatives from 35 countries. Meanwhile, the Ministry of Culture announces that the minister is expected to recognize Sunwon Gul and Kabaya as intangible social humanity tomorrow.
Overseeing Turkey's foreign minister assessed the recent rapid advance by opposition fighters in Syria shows that Syria's president must reconcile with his own people.
On the business agenda, Thailand's central bank says business sentiment climbed in November due to increased confidence in both the manufacturing and non-manufacturing sectors.
We will now take a look at those top headlines and many more in detail.
Transform your outing into a boutique outing. Turn your backpacking trip into a boutique backpacking trip. Why, you ask? Because you're flying with Bangkok Airways. Your trip will be more boutique than anyone else's. Check in with as much as 20 kilograms in baggage allowance. Enjoy free access to our boutique lounges. And then savor delicious menu items during your flight. Let Bangkok Airways be your choice on every journey. Bangkok Airways, Asia's boutique airline.
National News.
Brought to you by Bangkok Airways, Asia's boutique airline, now flying to West, Bangkok to the Maldives 4 times a week.
This is the National News. Headlines from Bangkok and around Thailand. The upcoming temporary enshrinement of his sacred Buddha relic at Nam Luang ceremonial grounds will be another key activity celebrating His Majesty the King's 72nd birthday anniversary this year. The relic, known as the Sacred Tooth Relic, will be transported from Beijing, China, to temporary enshrinement in Bangkok, Thailand. The relic will arrive in Thailand tomorrow at the Royal Thai Air Force Base Airport in Don Mueang, and will then be transported to Nam Luang via a grand procession. In celebration of His Majesty the King's 6th cycle birthday anniversary, a total of 5 zones of exhibits will also be accessible to the public near the site of relic enshrinement. The first zone will be themed around Buddha's life history and cover the birth, enlightenment, and death of Lord Buddha, with emphasis on the period surrounding his death. The second zone will be presenting the history of sacred Buddha relics that have been enshrined in various parts of the world. The third zone will be dedicated to the sacred tooth relic at the center of the activity at the Nam Luang. The relic's history and significance will be among the contents found at exhibits in this zone. The fourth zone will be dedicated to honoring His Majesty the King on the auspicious occasion of his 6th cycle birthday anniversary on July 28, 2024. The exhibit will present His Majesty's devotion to and guardianship of Buddhism and his importance of Buddhism-related royal traditions. The background will be themed around Thai-China relations, which is focused on significant stories and events that have nurtured the friendship between these countries on various fronts. These exhibits are expected to reflect the good relations that have given rise to the phrase China and Thailand are siblings not far apart.
The government has directed the Flood Storm and Landslide Relief Operations Center to expedite recovery efforts in southern provinces impacted by severe flooding. Prime Minister Pathongpan Shinawat has instructed agencies to assess damages and implement recovery plans focusing on infrastructure repair, financial aid, and restoring transportation. Building on the successful Northside model used in a northern flood, this strategy helps return affected communities to normalcy as quickly as possible. Proactive measures began after meteorological forecasts indicated unusually heavy rainfall, prompting early alerts and the mobilization of disaster response teams. By November 27th, Minister had issued directives for immediate relief, including damage assessment and long-term urban planning to mitigate future flooding. Deputy Prime Minister Phum Tham Wechayachai, serving as the Operations Center Director, oversaw coordination among government agencies deploying boats, distributing food supplies, and evacuating residents from inaccessible areas. And during cabinet meeting on November 29th, emergency budgets were increased from 20 million baht to 50 million per province to boost response capabilities. Additional measures included sending early warning SMS alerts to high-risk areas, deploying water pumps for drainage, and distributing royally sponsored animal feed to farmers. By November 30th, the budget allocation rose to 70 million baht per province for 6 declared disaster zones, ensuring adequate resources for relief and recovery operations.
Thailand hosted the Asia-Pacific Parliamentary Conference on Global Health Security from December 2nd to 3rd in Bangkok, welcoming representatives from 35 countries. Organized in collaboration with the Inter-Parliamentary Union, or IPU, and the World Health Organization, or WHO, the conference strengthens regional partnerships and legislative preparedness for health emergencies. Key themes included cooperation among parliaments to address global health security, improving readiness for future pandemics, and enhancing legislative frameworks for managing health crises. The conference also aligns with ongoing revisions to the International Health Declaration and the development of the new pandemic treaty, underscoring the role of Parliament in handling emergency responses. The two-day program featured keynote speeches, panel discussions, and field visits, providing participants with opportunities to exchange strategies and build resilient health systems. Delegates reviewed Thailand's successes in universal health care and community-based health initiatives, which have served as models for other nations, especially during the COVID-19 pandemic. The event showcased Thailand's healthcare capabilities, solidifying the country's status as a global medical hub and building confidence in the public health policy.
Severe flooding in Yala province has prompted intensified relief efforts led by the commander of the 4th Army Region and director of Internal Security Operations Command, or ISOC Region 4, Lieutenant General Paisan Musang. With more than 70% of Yala's central district submerged and major roads closed, the southern province was experiencing the worst flood in over 3 decades. Thousands of residents have been displaced and were facing flood and water shortages as emergency teams worked to deliver aid. The Royal Thai Army has deployed personnel, vehicles, and equipment to support relief operations. Field kitchens have also been set up to prepare meals with meal boxes distributed to the most affected areas. Despite some areas experiencing a decline in water levels, many households remain in urgent need of basic supplies, including widespread damage to homes and appliances. Relief teams, accompanied by Lieutenant General Paisan himself, set out on boats to deliver aid to hard-hit communities such as Na Tham, where over 100 homes remain inaccessible by road. The team provided food and drinking water while addressing residents' concerns and ensuring immediate needs were met. Efforts continue with supplies distributed to evacuation centers and support extended to volunteers and personnel managing the crisis. Lieutenant General Paisan acknowledged the dedication and efforts of all units involved in the relief operations, affirming that all personnel will remain active as they work to assist flood-affected communities in the province.
The Ministry of Culture has announced that Moscow is expected to recognize Tom Yum Goong and Kabaya as intangible cultural practices of humanity on December 4th. The decision will be made during the 19th session of the Intergovernmental Committee for the Safeguarding of the Intangible Cultural Heritage in a Museum Catalog. Tom Yum Goong, Thailand's iconic dish, represents a solo nomination. Kabaya, a traditional woman's attire, is a collaborative submission by Thailand, Brunei, Indonesia, Malaysia, and Singapore. If confirmed, the recognition would become Thailand's fourth entry on UNESCO's Intangible Cultural Heritage list, joining Khun, Thai Fog, Nora, and the Songkran Festival. Kabaya represents shared cultural connections across Southeast Asia and is celebrated for its intricate design and historical value in regional traditions. This nomination highlights the preservation of cultural identity and cross-border collaboration in heritage conservation. To commemorate this event, the Culture Ministry, led by Minister Sattawan Thongtheppasit Phorson, will host a 3-day event from December 6th to 8th at the Portier Shopping Mall House. The celebration features the Kabaya fashion show, Tom Yum Goong cooking demonstrations, led by Chef Victor, and interactive exhibitions. The public is invited to join the activities and celebrate these cherished traditions. Additional details are available on Ministry of Culture's website and social media platforms.
People in the southern region will need to prepare for another round of heavy rain from today to Thursday. And although the rains are not expected to be as severe as last week, caution is advised due to the significant amounts of accumulated water, which could lead to flooding and runoff. The Thai Meteorological Department, or TMD, has issued a second weather announcement for the December 3rd to 5th period, stating that a low-pressure trough in the South China Sea will move through the Gulf of Thailand and southern Thailand before heading into the lower parts of the Andaman Sea. This will bring heavy rains to the provinces of Chumphon, Surat Thani, Nakhon Si Thammarat, Pathalong, Phuket, Krabi, Trang, and Seoul. Very heavy rains are expected in Songkhla, Pattani, Yala, and Narathiwat. People in these areas are urged to exercise caution due to the potential impacts of heavy or very heavy rains and water accumulation from rainfall. Somkwon Sonjan, director of the TMD Weather Forecast Division, predicted that the rollout of a low-pressure trough in the lower South China Sea would be the main factor breaking renewed rainfall in the southern region. And from today onwards, rainfall amounts are expected to increase in the south, particularly in the 3 southern border provinces of Yala, Pattani, and Narathiwat. The highest rainfall amounts are expected on December 4th, which is tomorrow. Although the intensity of the rains will not be as severe as the recent downpours, the accumulated rainfall is expected to range from 50 to 90 millimeters over a 24-hour period. Meanwhile, Secretary General of the Office of National Water Resources, or ONWR, stressed the importance of communicating information to the public in flood risk areas and facilitating evacuations of the situation worsened. He noted that while the risk factors that could trigger continued heavy rainfall conditions in the south are expected to improve in about a week.
Those were all national stories up next in Global News. Germany Chancellor announces new military aid to Ukraine during a rare visit, which he says sends a message that Berlin would stand by Kiev for as long as needed.
You are listening to Radio Thailand News.
Flying from Bangkok or Chiang Mai across Asia to North America, Europe, and Australia in comfort, convenience, and safety with EVA Air. Certified 5 stars, EVA Air is even ranked by Skytrax among the world's top 10 best airlines, and first for best premium economy class airline catering. Travel the world in award-winning fulfillment. Visit EVAAir.com today. EVA Air, a Star Alliance member.
Thailand Super Selection. From lavish gifts to free-class dining to the rooftop party, spend Christmas and New Year at one of the best hotels in Southeast Asia. Thailand Travel Selection is celebrating the festive season in sensational style at Intercontinental Bangkok. Recently receiving a Michelin Guide key and placing on a Cardiac Traveler Reader's Choice Award Top 10, Intercontinental Bangkok is hosting an array of luxurious experiences this December through January 1st. Fireplace Grill and Bar serves meals of refined tradition for the holiday. As Summer Palace offers a kiosk with modern Cantonese fare. Chef Dominic recommends crafted holiday creations at Courtown, and Espresso uplifts its international buffet with live music and free-flow wine. Mixing melodies with Spanish rice and a festive afternoon tea is back in town. As Buckle invites all to embrace the spirit of Christmas giving with luxury hampers of premier treats. The festivities totally and send-off batches, including SoCal's live DJ New Year's Eve party and the Olympia Square Outbound party, where revelers will have a front-row seat to Bangkok's largest fireworks display over Rajapasone. Have a remarkable holiday season at Intercontinental Bangkok. For information, call option 656-0444.
On this auspicious occasion, His Majesty the King takes his cycle birthday anniversary on July 28th of 2024. And in honor of the 50th anniversary of diplomatic relations between Thailand and China in 2025, the government warmly invites all faithful devotees to join in a profound expression of faith. This celebration includes an extraordinary opportunity to pay homage to the Buddha's sacred relic, the Sacred Tooth relic from Lingguang Temple in Beijing, People's Republic of China. The relic will be temporarily enshrined in Thailand from December 5th, 2024 to February 14th, 2025 at Phnom Luang in Bangkok, allowing devotees to participate in this rare and revered spiritual gathering.
Advertise with Radio Thailand. Call 092-654-9899.
Global News.
Brought to you by EVA Air. Carrying the world. Flying together.
You're listening to the Evening News here on Radio Thailand. We broadcast live on FM 88 and online at prd.prd.co.th. This is Global News, catching you up on the world today. We are also brought to you by the football game continued after fans protested a referee's call, and thousands of Thai spectators tried to flee the stadium, leaving at least 56 people dead in the West African nation. Amidst the confusion, security forces reportedly used tear gas, with many of the dead being crushed as they tried to escape through the Beacon Gate. The world's latest quick-fire disaster unfurled on Sunday in the second largest city in the military of our nation, where information is false and often doesn't be told. It is not immediately clear how much the death toll would grow or could grow. Between 20,000 and 30,000 people were planned to be tackled at the interior of April Stadium to watch the local mother and Engineer Corps team compete in the final of the first national tournament honoring military leader Hamadi Nguyen. The polls were set up on Monday throughout Engineer Corps in a city of about 200,000 that was at a standstill as soldiers guarded the hospital where victims were being treated. Most shops were closed. Video apparently from the scene showed thousands of fans protesting the referee. People ran as they tried to escape the stadium, many of them jumping the high fence. The footage shows people lying on the ground of a hospital as members of a crowd help the wounded. Prime Minister Aladdin Urabah said on national television that authorities are trying to establish who was responsible. The National Alliance for Alternation and Democracy Opposition Coalition said the tournament was organized to drum up support for the Dumbuya's illegal and inappropriate political ambitions.
Turkey's foreign minister has said the recent rapid advance by opposition fighters in Syria shows that Syrian President Bashar al-Assad must reconcile with his own people and hold dialogue with the opposition. At a joint news conference in Ankara with his Iranian counterparts, Turkey's foreign minister Hakan Fidan said Turkey and Iran, which support opposing sides in Syria's civil war, have agreed to resume diplomatic efforts along with Russia to restore calm. The announcement comes days after insurgents launched a lightning offensive and captured almost all of the country's largest city, Aleppo. The swift advance by fighters and Turkey support comes at a time when Assad's allies, Russia, Iran, and groups led by Iran, are preoccupied with their own conflict. Pushes among rebels strongest in years and raises the prospect of another violent front reopening in the Middle East when U.S.-backed Israel is fighting Hamas in Gaza and Hezbollah in Lebanon, both Iranian allied groups. Sudan, whose country has backed forces opposed to Assad, blamed recent flare-up of conflicts on the Syrian government's refusal to enter a dialogue with the opposition that Turkey supports. The Turkish minister said, quote, end quote, recent developments show once again that Damascus must reconcile with its own people and the legitimate opposition, and that Turkey is ready to make all the necessary contributions towards this. The comments emerged amid Turkey's frustration that recent efforts towards a reconciliation with Assad have fallen flat. Comments indicated that the shock offensive launched by opposition fighters could be aimed at pressuring the Syrian leader to engage in political talks.
German Chancellor Olaf Scholz has announced new military aid to Ukraine. Now, Vladimir sent a message to Russian President Vladimir Putin that Berlin would stand by Kiev for as long as needed in the war. The visit, his first to Kiev since the early months of Russia's 2022 invasion, comes ahead of U.S. President-elect Donald Trump's return to the White House, a week after Scholz's governing coalition in Berlin collapsed, threatening his future as chancellor. The political upheaval in Germany, the biggest challenge, adds a growing sense of uncertainty in Ukraine, with Russian troops advancing ever faster in the east. It is unclear how much European partners can step up to support Ukraine if Trump cuts help from the United States, its most powerful ally. Trump used the trip to announce further equipment deliveries worth €650 million or $682.37 million this month. The Defense Ministry spokesperson said the package includes IRS-2 air defense systems, Leopard 1 tanks, and armed drones. Ukrainian President Vladimir Zelensky received a nightly video address that his talks with Scholz lasted more than 2.5 hours. Scholz and Zelensky reviewed drones manufactured by Ukrainian and German firms at an undisclosed location. During this, to draw his Russian direct conflict with Russia. Zelensky told a joint news conference that Ukraine needed more air defenses to protect 2 dozen, quote, special sites.
Georgia's president, locked in a standoff with her own government, has appealed to Western countries to back what she calls a national movement in support of Georgia's integration with the European Union. President Salome Zurabishvili was speaking shortly before protesters and police resumed clashes for the 5th straight night since the governing Georgian Dream Party said last week that it was suspending talks on joining the EU. Critics saw that announcement as confirmation of a Russian-influenced shift away from some Western policies and back towards Moscow's orbit, something the ruling party denied. Zurabishvili and the opposition parties have said the outcome of an October election in which official results gave Georgia's Dream at 54% of the vote was fraudulent, a charge denied by both Georgian Dream and the Electoral Commission. She also said Russia, having already invaded Ukraine, is conducting a hybrid war against Georgia and other countries such as Moldova and Romania, which is a NATO and EU member. As darkness fell on Monday, thousands of demonstrators assembled once again outside Parliament, and riot police, as on previous nights, fired water cannons to fend off protesters throwing fireworks. The 72-year-old president, who was born in France to Georgian parents and once served as French ambassador to Georgia, said strong support from the West was the only political way out of this crisis, and that there's no other political recipe. She also praised officials who have resigned in protest against the government, including 4 ambassadors and the head instructors of the Interior Ministry's training academy.
The U.S. Coast Guard has stated that the search for 5 people believed to be aboard a fishing vessel that capsized in rough seas in the Gulf of Alaska has been suspended. The search lasted nearly a day and covered more than 108 square nautical miles or 370 square kilometers. The Coast Guard began the search after the Woolgother's crew sent a mayday call on Sunday, alleging that the 15-meter boat was overturning off Point Providence, southwest of Juneau. The Coast Guard tried to get more information as it mobilized every force, but the crew was not injured, according to a Coast Guard press release. The briefing said the tank ferry barge overfilled the broadcast and reached the scene first, followed by a Coast Guard almost 60 daytime helicopter and a response service. The winter storm warning remained in effect as responders faced heavy zones, or snow rather, winds of up to 96 kilometers per hour and 1.8 meter speed. 2 Coast Guard cutters detained in the beaches Venice or Denman during the search. Responders found 7 empty cold water immersion suits and 10 filled lights, and no other sign of the boat's or its crew. The police also used underwater sonar but found no signs of the ship. The helicopter crew spotted the cold water immersion suits from the sea or air rather near Basti Bay, located about 16 kilometers southwest of Point Providence. Coast Guard Petty Officer John Hightower said 4 of the survival suits were in the waters of the bay and 3 were seen on land. He noted that the suits were empty and it was not immediately clear if they had been ruined. The National Weather Service said the water temperature was about 45 degrees Fahrenheit or 7.22 degrees Celsius.
China has condemned Lithuania's expulsion of 3 Chinese diplomats as relations between the 2 countries continue to sour. Chinese Foreign Ministry spokesperson accused Lithuania of expelling its diplomats and declaring them persona non grata without any reason, according to a statement posted on the ministry's website. The spokesperson said China strongly condemns and firmly rejects this wanton and provocative action.
That's it for the global segment. Next in our business update. Australia's government ramps up spending on infrastructure and defense and serves further, making a vital contribution to economic growth.
You're listening to Radio Thailand News. Flying from Bangkok to Chiang Mai across Asia, North America, Europe, and Oceania. Comfort, convenience, and safety with EVA Air. Certified 5 stars, EVA Air is even ranked by Skytrax among the world's top 10 best airlines. And first, Economy Class Airline catering. Travel the world. EVAAir.com today. EVA Air, a Star Alliance member.
The San Francisco Thailand is back for 2024. Experience the magic of equestrian sports with trusted marketing between rider and horse. true success. From December 9th to 15th, enjoy a week filled with exciting activities, including golf competition, exhibitions, and a vibrant flea market. Join us at the Thai Polo and Breakfast Club in Pattaya, Thonburi, and the Royal Table Meetup in Phnom Penh, Bangkok.